Yo, what's going on? Um, let us see here. Alright, so we have some updates. Okay, so um, this was the blueprint that I started playing the Metamorphosis with. Um, I love how just smooth it was, and I was like, oh my god, 3 Magician of Faith, amazing. 3 Dekoichis, amazing. So I then let me make sure. Okay, let me make sure my thing is still recording. Um, let me see. Gonna make sure it's still recording. Okay, cool. Let me do that. Cool. All right. So I was like, all right, let me move on to, let me do a little, because sometimes the time still wasn't cutting it for me. So I was like, what about a second Chaos Sorcerer? And then, so I cut out those 3 spots for Chaos Sorcerer, a Tsukiyomi, and a creature swap. And I like it. I really do. And so then I was like, all right, I'm comfortable with this. I like this list. Let me refine it. So, I started testing out actually Nova's list. Case Control Nova, right? And I was like, holy smokes, looks pretty similar. How would the spies be in the deck? And 3 Reapers. Turns out I loved the Reapers, right? I felt like I did not need the spies because it slowed down the deck a lot, and sometimes it makes Scapegoat not chainable. Mystic Tomato was cool. Did not feel like it was necessary. 3 Moths, necessary. I was like, alright, but I needed Chaos Sorcerer. Another one. I thought, Regeki Break wasn't that much needed. There's just too much defense, not enough aggressive. So I was like, not at one point. At any point I was like, It never came to my mind. Like, oh, I need Regeki Break. So we move on to 1.2, which is all right. I took out the swaps. I took out the MST, and then I still kept the 3 decos, I believe. I believe it's also in 1.0. Okay, yeah. So after playing Nova's list, I was like 1.2. I was like, oh man, I gotta have 3 of each of those. So that's what we have right here. We took out something. We took out MST, the creature swap, and Raigeki Break. So we added. So there's 2 Raigeki Breaks, MST, creature swap, and that would make 4 slots. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then when I ran this list, I love the scapegoats. I love having 4 scapegoats. So it was a debate: do I play 3 Dekoichis or 2? And then at some point I was like, all right, I like Nova's list, but is there a way I can fit 3 Reapers? So I cut out the TT. And then we go to 1.4, which was like, all right, let's balance some things out. Let's try the spy again, because I saw some lists only play 2 Metamorphosis and 2 Scapegoats. So their philosophy was, well, let's play Chaos Turbo deck, but we'll have some control. And it was fine, nothing like mind blowing, but I don't know. The funny thing is, I miss Night Assailant more than I miss the Spies. That's just me. And then 1.5, let's see our train of thoughts here. I was like, alright, yo, I like the decrees. Good against warriors. Let's basically play Chaos Turbo, but with the decrees. And one Reaper. It's better than none. So 1.5 is like I should rename this actually. 1.5 mix turbo mix chaos control 1.5 turbo mix. Okay, so we understand. And then 1.6 was like, nah, let us go back. Oh yeah, the enemy controllers. These are supposed to be the yeah, this did not this was actually 1.4, but because I had ideas with enemy control, but now I'm like, well, you could play 3 Royal Decrees. So this one is honestly a crapshoot. I'm just gonna delete it. Do not need this. Alright, now let's continue the train of thoughts. Yada's version, right? Yada plays 2-2-2 and then the 2-2 lineup of that. Cool. I'm like, I don't know if I like the one Solemn Judgment, it's kind of random. No upstarts, no Jar Greed. Blah, don't like that, so I updated it. And this basically became 1.3, I believe, or 1.4. Yeah, this basically became 1.4 with I don't know how I fit the TT in there. 2-2-2, 2 jars, boom, 1.4. Oh, does he play? Sorry, 1.4. I play another monster. That's what it is. Oh, I play the third Magician of Faith. But anyways, back to Yada's point. All right, you want to keep it balanced. You want to have a Chaos Turbo deck? Fine. But you know, I like the 3 Magician of Chaos, so Magician of Faith. And then, so the question is 3 Magician of Faith better than the Torrential? Hard to say. Hard to say. Let me rename this to rename Turbo Mix. Turbo Mix. Yeah, Turbo Mix, Turbo Mix. Ooh, 1.5 is actually dope because I played Night Assailant. I love Night Assailant. So what we did is we probably cut 1 Reaper, I believe. 1 Reaper and 1 Magician of Faith for that. I like that more, honestly. I'm a favor of that more, of anything. And then if you wanted to cut the Book of Moon and you want to add in your things, go for it. Like, you could literally cut 1 Scapegoat. This should be somewhere. So 1 Scapegoat, 3 of these could be something. And then you cut the Book of Moon. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 slots. You could put Torrential, Mirror, and 2 Jar of Greeds. Let me update that, because that could be a possibility actually. Turbo Mix. Do I have a 6 yet? No, I don't. document update it. Cool. So if we cut that for mirror force, torrential, jar greed, and then if you want to add a something else too, that's fine. Either jar greed or Raigeki break instead of like MST, which I kind of like it, and that's what I did today, which we'll go over that. Raigeki break. Yeah, you also get value from the Night Assailants. I like this a lot. Save deck. I think I'm comfortable with removing this one. I don't really like it. Sorry. Like, no. Don't like it. It's just too clunky. I don't even like this. This is like too passive. Like, don't like it. So I'm gonna rename this to 1.4. 1.4. 1.6 becomes 1.5. Rename that 1.5 turbo. Okay, let's control turbo. I guess I could just put it like that. Yeah. Whatever. I like this. This is legit. The only thing is this would have been a Faith. This would have been another Reaper. These two would have been one jar. And this one would have been something. Anywho, right, so we went to Yada's thing. Yeah, I don't like that either, but whatever, we'll just keep it. Then we added the Night Assailants, cutting out that. So now this list looks pretty similar to 1.4. No, 1.5. Yes, I don't play Book of Moon. So, yeah. So I'm trying to see here, what do I play different? Yeah, basically the same. This is Yada 3 came to that conclusion that we like it. Same thing as 1.5. We've come to a consensus. So Yada 3 is good. I don't like Yada 2, honestly. I don't want to delete it, I'm gonna be honest. It's just too passive. It's just too defense. Like, you have so much defense. Delete. Peace out, Girl Scout. Yada 4. Okay. This, we could cook up something. This is idea I'm brewing, but I don't know yet. So yeah. This was also some of, I got the ideas from the OG too, but I don't like the wind glass. It's just a little, everything's a little too scattered. I honestly could probably delete this because it's like, I'm not gonna play it. Sorry, mate. Alright, now we are cleansing the palette. For that, this is basic, simple. Okay, that would be the blueprint. 1.2 would be adding 3 decos. Not a fan. I'm not a fan of that. 1.3, I don't think I agree with this right here. It is just way too much, way too cloggy. Sorry, sis. delete deck. 1.4. What is the book doing there? I guess you could have two books, like, I don't know. 1.5. So yeah. Right. So save deck as, since this is pretty similar to my current list, minus a few things. Let me go to 1, right? So this would be somewhat how I had it. 1.2 should be 1.3 then. I'll change that to 1.3 just for now. 1.3. 1.2. Save that as 1.2. Okay. So took out this, and I added a Raigeki Break, and this is what I played today. And I played against a random water deck, but then again I played against a chaos goat deck that mained 2 Kaikus, 2 Wengus, 3 metas, 3 goats, Jinzo, Aeronite, 2 Phoenix Windblast, Mirror, Torrential, Ring, Exile Force, and I did really well against it. I liked my draws, and then I played them again and I 2-0'd them. Raigeki Break, I like it because I was like, MST is not really useful, and I'm not gonna usually just play it down. If anything, I'm gonna set the MST. So Raigeki Break could work as a 2-way street. You know, I could destroy a monster, I could destroy a spy, a face down, whatever. So, and it helps me discard. So I like that. I like the 2-way. I like it being 2-way, and that's where we're at. I did not have this though. I sided a lot against Burn, but the mind controls definitely help a lot. Don't need that. Mind controls help a lot. The decrees were awesome against him because I know he played a lot. I never played that though. And then some Burn stuff, swords. But yeah,